Okay, I got my excess cloth off, so now I'm going to start on the first. We'll do this probably a couple times to get all the smoothness down. I may have to chase some of this stuff backwards too. If it doesn't have to go all the way backwards, a little crease right in here, which will hopefully rest out. Some of this stuff will go into the ends right in here. Just pat evenly on both sides. Oh, come on. There. It's pretty much conformed. Let's see how you can. Still a little bit of a bubble here. As this sets for a day or so, some of the weight will relax. There. Well, we've got the cloth laid on. We've got it centered. We've got the first pad out done. We've got the excess trimmed off, and we got pretty much the first forming and chasing of the weave to the areas that don't have to be tight. We loosened some, tightened some other ones. So I'll let this set for overnight and maybe 2 days, depends on how I feel, and then I'll come back and we'll start wetting this baby out. So getting close. It's been a couple days since we rolled this out, and I've been coming out every day. I could have probably had it wetted out by now, but I'm in no hurry. Just run your hand down, smooth it in place. It really makes a big difference after that first night when it just sets there in that new position. It tends to form. Let me go up to the bow and show you another thing up there. There's actually two things I want to show you. Okay, on the bow here, just want to kind of start coming down off the nose here equally on both sides. It's fitting a lot better than it had been. And then down here on the lower part, just run some hands, double V'd kind of like this, and then just run it down and smooth it out. I also had a couple things in here I'm going to call pressure ridges, because when I was in the Coast Guard, an icebreaker, you'd go up in the ice and you'd come along, and all of a sudden you might see them, you might not. They'd just be where the ice had been compressed from two different directions and hadn't buckled yet. But you'd know it as soon as you hit it because everybody fell down. I'd get a little pressure ridge here, which would be the cloth coming from two different directions and then forming a little ridge. I first looked at it and it didn't, it didn't ring any bells until I put my finger over it and I could feel that ridge, and I knew that then I was going to have a problem when I wetted it out, and then I'd have to sand it down or ferret it in. So just kind of come in from both directions with your fingernail and carry that excess weave in another direction until you know you can feel from your fingers that it's flat again. So got that taken care of. I wish I would have, well, I can feel one right here. Let me zoom in. I can feel it right in here. There's a little bit of a ridge right along in here. So okay, it's gone. Yeah, okay, it's gone. And another thing I'm working on is a longer set of clamps for when I put on the rails around the edge. I want at least one of these clamps to hold one end in as I bend it around to at least first check the length to cut off the excess, because I'm going to need the excess for another little project we're going to do. So basically it's just some 5/16 inch bolt with a nylock thread on the inside to keep it trapped. And then this side here has got that little, I keep forgetting what the name of it is. It's like a barrel bolt with a hole in through the middle of it. I use it in furniture for pulling pieces together. But I didn't drill it all the way through. I only drilled it far enough in for it to go in. And now I got a plate on top here that I've got to drill some holes to stick in. Let me go ahead and do that and we'll come back. Well, I got them finished. I don't think I'll do this plate thing anymore. I'll go back to using my screws, and I won't be using the 2x2s anymore. I've got some pieces of maple and let me say, I got some pieces of maple and plywood that I'll be using. So, but they work. They don't cost. They're probably got a couple bucks worth of hardware in this. Well, I can't put it off anymore. It's set long enough. I've patted it down long enough, and it feels fine. Remember, it's about. It's not furniture. It's not a museum. Got me a new cup. I'm going to make 3 ounces at a time because I'm going to make bigger batches to pour on to go quickly. Be sure that you have your tool clean, the edges are clean, and that you have a straight knife because we'll need to, once this gets wetted out, we want to go in and cut this and fold it down into the daggerboard trunk, the opening or the glass that covers that right now. So let me go ahead and mix up some Silvertip epoxy and we'll start wetting this baby out.